Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Falcon here, and today we're going to be talking about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Final Direct. Going to talk to you guys a little bit about my feelings, what I thought about it, after giving it a couple days to simmer, because I don't want to completely go into it or whatever may be, or fanboy or anything like that. I wanted to give it some time to simmer and fully give you guys my thoughts and opinions. Kicking off with the newcomers, Incineroar and Ken. I loved the reveal trailer. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I like the Hadouken and it whiffed past, my boy Little Mac, and he's like, oh snap, what's going on? And I just loved how they revealed Ken. It was super dope. I like how he's keeping a lot of his moves too. The Fire Shoryuken, he's a little bit faster than Ryu, that kind of stuff. He just looks like a really cool character, and it looks like a much better Ryu, if that sounds a little bad, he just looks like a much better Ryu. He's much faster, he's much more efficient, he has multi-hit moves, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to check him out and see how he plays, and I can't wait to get my hands on with Ken. Next up is Incineroar. I wasn't really expecting him to actually make it, but he's here, and he's a really dope character. I really like how he's going to play. I think my favorite thing about Incineroar right now is just how unique he is compared to the rest of the cast. I mean, we have a full grappler in the game, and that's going to be something very interesting to see how he plays out. A lot of his throws are going to do a lot more damage than other throws in the game, and he has a super sweet revenge mechanic where you can down B, take a lot of damage or whatever, and then dish it back out at you, and that's going to be interesting to see because it's not a typical counter, it's like a full buff statement. So if you're playing teams and someone wants to buff your teammate, I'm just saying that's going to be a little bit broken. So we'll have to see how this guy plays out. I think he's going to be one of the most fun characters in Smash Ultimate, easy. The downside is he is honestly kind of slow, but we'll have to see how this plays out because I think everyone's speed is pretty much buffed in Smash Ultimate, like everyone moves pretty fast. So we'll have to see how this plays out. He's a really dope character. I'm hyped for Incineroar. I like all of his moves, the cross chop, the revenge, the side B looks dope, throwing people to the wrestling league and clotheslining them with the lariat. Yeah, all that stuff's gonna be super fun. So I'm glad for the newcomers that have came in. So moving on, I want to talk about some of the modes they revealed. Not going to get to Mode of Light yet, but just the Spirits mode, because that's mainly what they talked about in Century Smash. So, I'm going to get a little bit of flack. I'm sorry, but Spirits mode looks super boring. I'm not really into gacha games to begin with, so the fact that all the trophies are gone, which I'm not even the biggest fan of trophies, it's just nice to have that piece of video game history kind of thing, where a lot of people can go, oh, check out the vault. Oh, look, Ray MK01, he's a super cool character. Here's a description of what game he's from, and people are like, I want to check out that game eventually. So that's kind of like how I was in Brawl. Like, I saw a lot of cool trophies. It's what got me to the Sin and Punishment franchise. Was there was a Saki as a trophy and an assist trophy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to check out Sin and Punishment. And that's just some things that really got me into Nintendo games as a whole, is just the trophy system in Smash and the masterpieces. So it was one of those things that it's a Smash staple, and to see it gone for the replacement of like PNG spirits that are basically glorified custom Smash 4 equipment, I don't know, I'm not too big of a fan of it. Now that being said, I understand why, development time, they would have cut back and all that jazz, but it just feels like it was a little bit of a rushed job. And Spirits mode is just going to be glorified master orders, where you just gain equipment, you add it, you go into a bunch of fights that are like daily rewards or whatever it may be, and you take down those enemies, you send your spirits out to gain items for you, they pull them back, it's like virtual amiibos essentially, and yeah, it just looks alright. Like, I don't think I'll put too much time into it, and that knowing that's going to be the big single player kind of mode that they've been hyping up is a little bit frustrating. But hey, it's their game, not mine. It's not for me. I don't have to play it. I could just move on and play something else. It's still Smash at the end of the day, and there's still so much good content with all the characters and stages. So a little bit of disappointment on Spirits, but that's a-okay. And speaking of Spirits, I'm a little bit disappointed in the single player modes in general. It didn't look like we're getting any target breaks or board the platforms or any of the old stuff. Even event matches are gone, and I guess I'll kind of touch on that in a little bit. But yeah, even the event matches look gone in this game, so a lot of the cool stuff that we had in the previous Smash games look missing for replacement of stuff like Century Smash. And I have no idea what Century Smash really was until they started explaining it, and I was like, okay, it's multi-man Smash, but everything's multi-man Smash. Even All-Star mode is basically multi-man Smash, which it kind of was, give or take, in the older games. The opponents died a bit easier and stuff like that. But what was fun about it was you're going through the generations of Nintendo characters and these games, and even the third-party companies, just going through the generation of when they came out and how they were presented, and seeing if your character could take on gaming's history. And now it's just glorified multi-man Smash. Now, again, I know I sound entitled, but that's a lot of the cool stuff that makes Smash Smash, and it just feels missing in this one. Like, a lot of the single player content looks bleh for the most part, but again, we'll get to that in a little bit. So With that being said, I was a little bit disappointed with the whole spirits functionality and sentry battle, just a lot of the cool staple stuff being removed and just dumbed down a bit, but hey, that's all good because we have a super robust online, and that's what matters. I like how the online is going to be purely based on how you want to play Smash. You guys want to do stamina one-on-ones, we can do stamina one-on-ones. You guys want to play 1v1s with certain items on or Final Smash meter on, we can do that. So the fact that we're finally allowed to really tool the game to how we want to play, to do the 3 stock 6 minutes or whatever it may be, that is super great to me. Like, that's really cool, and I really like how Nintendo's took notice of the variety of options we have for Smash 4, and they kind of expanded upon that for Ultimate, so the online is going to be super dope. On top of that, the GSP allowing us to get into elite battles is going to be interesting, although I have to see how it plays out. They didn't really explain it. They just kind of said, like, yeah, it's elite battles, and we'll kind of tool the rule set around these. I'm not sure if it's like for glory on steroids, like the best of the best for glory players kind of thing, or if anyone can enter elite battles, because you can earn GSP from anything. Like if you're playing an item match, you can earn GSP if you've been winning nothing but item matches, right? So we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm a little bit confused on that, on how the GSP is going to factor into that, but we'll find out when the game drops. So that's all well and good, and I'm really glad we have full lobbies now. Like, full lobbies are dope. People can finally spectate my matches. That's great. Oh my gosh, you have waiting lines and you can choose character icons, and I love how I get to collect Smash tags after bodying people, and that's gonna be all sorts of fun. I can't wait to like rack up the Smash tags and stuff like that. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. So yeah, I'm really pumped for the online. That's mainly what I'm here for anyways. It's gonna be super robust. There's gonna be so many ways to play the game, and I'm super excited to see what's going to be going down on the online spectrum, bro. I cannot wait to throw some hands with Richter and just you know, pass out that work. But anyways, this is going to be a super solid online. Let's just hope the connection is also as stable as they're saying. Moving on from that, let's talk about these assist trophies. Let's get the sad boy hours in the chat. Oh my gosh, Isaac deconfirmed, Skull Kid, and Shadow. Not gonna lie, that really hurt, especially seeing Isaac as like the first one. Mainly because like, I really wanted to see him as DLC at least, you know, to make it to the game. I really wanted Isaac in. He's just such an interesting character for the Golden Sun franchise. I remember playing the DS game, but like, you know, it's just a little disappointing that he's not in this one, but hey, it's all good. Anything's possible. Maybe he'll actually will be DLC. Maybe his trophies don't even matter like that, you know? If Piranha Plant can make it in the game, then and there's, you know, Piranha Plants as hazards, I don't see, you know, why not Isaac can make it into the game as Isaac as a hazard. But you know, I'm just saying. At this point, anything's possible, so I'm not too hung up about assist trophies like deconfirming a character. I think anything's possible. There's nothing there that's like, oh, you can't be in the game if you're assist trophy, you know what I mean? Like, well, we'll have to find out. It's very possible. It's very possible. Moving on from that, speaking of DLC, I do want to talk about the Piranha Plant. The memes are great. I know everyone's like, yay, Plant Gang, I can't wait to main him and all that stuff, but I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. That is kind of frustrating, knowing that Piranha Plant is not even a character in the game. He's like DLC. I think he does take up one of the slots for the fighter pass, so that's a little frustrating for some people. And it's just one of those characters that's like, cool, it's a Smash character, right? Like, it's nothing bad, it's nothing upsetting, it's just a little disappointing knowing that, alright, Piranha Plant's in the game, and he's like gonna be this huge dude and you know, body everyone, that kind of thing. Like, it's just weird, you know? I don't know, I have no other reaction other than it's weird. I can see how some fans are upset because it's like, wow, like all these characters we could have had in his Piranha Plant, but it's like, it's whatever, man. Like, it's still a Smash game. I just can't get over how it's just a Piranha Plant in the game. Like, we'll see how he plays, we'll see how he fights and all that, but yeah, I'm not too excited about him. He looks like he'll be fun for a couple minutes, and everyone's gonna drop him like usual with these joke characters, and yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Like, it's interesting. But yeah, that's Smash Ultimate. The characters, really good roster, super solid roster. Incineroar's gonna be super dope. But other than that, I'm not, you know, it's whatever. We'll just have to see what the DLC has to offer, you know? That's kind of where I'm at right now. But we do have to talk about the biggest disappointment of this Direct, and it's the World of Light. They start off with this so great cinematic. It looks, it's emphatic, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's subspace. It's gonna be like on some subspace stuff. I can't wait. Yeah, and it looks great. It just looks phenomenal. And the actual game kind of starts, and the trailer music kicks in, and I'm like, oh geez, it sounds like a YouTube cover, like one of those anime music covers on YouTube. So I was like, mute this quickly. The Japanese cover is actually really nice though, but you know, no disrespect to the English voice actors, just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. Doesn't sound the best to me. But anyways, with that all being said, the trailer starts and I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, so it's like an adventure mode. You're going from place to place. You got the spirits helping you out and fighting, and then I started realizing, this ain't it, Chief. So I know there's gonna be a couple character interactions with like boss battles, and when you encounter a newcomer or a character you want to bring onto your team, like Marth or Pokemon Trainer or whatever, because we saw that directly in the trailer. You literally see Kirby walk up to Marth. Marth is like doing his little cinematic, and his eyes are red or whatever, and that's gonna be cool to see. Like maybe they'll have a little bit of interaction. This is the issue though. I've already dealt with trash fighting game stories. I played Dragon Ball FighterZ this year, and it looks exactly like Dragon Ball FighterZ story-wise, where you go from place to place, fight the same enemy with a couple of conditions, literally like Spirits mode, by the way. And maybe there'll be some interesting stuff where it's like, oh, well, you have to open this lever or open that switch, and it's just this whole open map. But at the end of the day, it's going to be go here, fight this, go here, fight that for 60 plus characters you have to unlock. Gonna be honest, that ain't it, Chief. I don't really feel like doing that. I hope there's other ways we can unlock characters, because I hope I'm wrong too. I hope that it's not just going to be go here, fight that with the occasional boss battle. I hope there are going to be stages like back in Melee where there's like, oh, we're going to go through the Mushroom Kingdom and jump on this, or go through the Smash Bros Kingdom or whatever it may be, or something that pertains to the world. But it just doesn't look like it. That's upsetting in all honesty. Like I know you can't really like be too upset, but it's like it looks so generic for a Smash game. Like I feel like they could have done more. So again, a little bit disappointed if that is honestly what the content's going to be, where it's just go here, fight that. And if you want that, that's cool, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not saying it's bad, not saying they're lazy developers or anything, none of that. I'm just saying it's not exactly my cup of tea when it comes to the Smash Bros content I was expecting. So I'm very let down right now on the Super Smash Bros content. And yeah, at least for like the actual modes and stuff, other than like Squad Strike and Smashdown, all that stuff looks super OD, but like everything else is like, it's whatever. So yeah, World of Light, a little bit of a letdown, unless it is going to be pretty like cutscene heavy, which we already know from the looks of it, it won't be too cutscene heavy. We might get some cute interactions here and there. That's enough, you know, to hold players over. It's not to hold me over, so we'll see how that goes. But you know, there's that kind of thing. I'm not really sure about what's going on with Ultimate, man, like content wise. I really do miss I was kind of expecting some of those like board the platforms and target smash and just like a easy like 8-stage adventure mode and stuff like that. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm glad we still have classic mode. That's OD, right? We still got classic mode, so that's all that matters, right? And we'll just have to see how it plays out. Maybe in classic mode there'll be break the targets and things like that. So yeah, we'll have to see. So yeah, basically, that is going to be it for my Smash Bros. Ultimate stuff. I am still very excited for the game. Just a little let down on the content and kind of the pacing of the direct itself. It just felt kind of weird and all over the place, you know. I don't really know how to feel about it. I do just feel like the game is a little bit rushed at the end of the day. Like, not that their team didn't put any work into it at all. I just feel like it was a little bit rushed to meet this holiday release date. And if that's the case, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with a rushed product, in my opinion. It just kind of feels like that with the content we've been getting. Other than the fact that we have so many great fighters and stages, that's really good. Obviously, where the development time should have gone. So that's OD. That's great. It's just, I'm talking about the actual like single player content here. It just feels a little bit like they could have just delayed the game. You know, delayed the game. Take a couple more breaks, you know, give you guys a little bit more time to breathe, so we're not all, you know, pacing ourselves to the very end. You know, hard-working workers over there, Team Sora and Bandai Namco, Sakurai and his team, you know, doing a lot of work here. I just wish that maybe Nintendo should have given that extra time to give them a little bit of a delay, so they could kind of take a time to compose themselves and add a little bit more single-player stuff or whatever it may be, or, you know, break the targets and stuff like that. It just feels like we're missing a lot of key Smash elements, and I would have been perfectly fine with them delaying the game, allowing those people to get more breaks and just take a little bit more time with the game. Other than that, not disappointed in the slightest, you know, not upset in the slightest. I just wish that maybe they could have used a little bit more time with this product, if the single player content's anything to go off of it, especially if Spirits mode or World of Light is just going from, you know, point A to point B, essentially fighting the same type of generic enemies and stuff like that. So no bad blood, no hate, not saying this game is going to be bad or anything, not saying this game does not have time put into it. Jeez Louise, over almost 80 plus characters if you count the DLC coming out. That is ludicrous. That's insane. That's going to be phenomenal. The fact that we're getting so many dope characters, the fact that there's going to be a lot of great DLC on its way, the fact we're going to get cool stages and music, and the fact that 100 stages are back and the melee ones are all revamped with new textures, and just that's great. It's just the core gameplay, like usual, is going to be fun. The online is going to be super great, but once again, they're kind of just like Smash 4, they're kind of skipping on the single player stuff, which is upsetting for the people that aren't really big into online multiplayer and multiplayer stuff, or all about smashing with their friends, because there are a considerable chunk of people like that, unfortunately. So yeah, hopefully all this stuff is good enough to hold those guys over. I personally, even from talking with my friends and stuff, it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to hold them over, but we'll have to find out. I personally am fine with it because I got my robust online and I got all the fighters in the world I could ever ask for, bro. So I'm solid, right? It's looking pretty crisp for me, and I still have hope for my assist trophy boys. I still think they can make it to the game. I don't care what anyone says, you know. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching the video and hearing my kind of ramblings on this direct. I hope you guys are excited for Smash Ultimate. I will be bringing you guys a lot of Smash Ultimate content because this game's gonna be super good. So, with that all being said, I'm your Falcon signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.